Hi, these comments are for MT, and I am Michael from OTC Online TOEFLcourse.com. Thank you for completing your integrated writing practice test. I just graded it. I don't know. I might give you You're pretty close to a 5 on this. Let me look at this thing. A response successfully selects important information from the lecture coherently and accurately presents this information in relation to the relevant information presented in the reading. The response is well organized, and occasional language errors that are present do not result in inaccurate or imprecise presentation of content or connections. Can you get a 5? I don't know. I'm going to read it right now. Let's see if I have to make a lot of corrections. If I do not, you're going to get 30 points on this thing. I'm going to say maybe. Okay, let's take a look at it. The reading material introduces a group of marine primitive arthropods called agnostids and has given 3 possible theories on what agnostids are and how they behave. I would say what they are and how they behave, right? And then you want to say here not has given, but you want to be parallel with your verb. So the reading material introduces and gives 3 possible theories. However, the speaker believes that these 3 theories all have their own weaknesses. First of all, according to the author in the reading passage, the agnostids might be free-swimming predators hunting smaller animals. To illustrate, the speaker explains that other types of primitive arthropods were outstanding swimmers and active predators, and that despite the small size of agnostids, there were still sufficient smaller prey. I don't think you need an S for them to hunt in the ancient ocean. In contrast, speaker argues that free-swimming predators always have large, well-developed eyes with good visions, but the agnostids only had tiny, undeveloped eyes, and many of them could even be blind. I'm going to say not could be, could have been. So you're talking about a kind of a possible past situation there. Notice how you said they only had, and many of them could have even been blind. Moreover, there's no fossil evidence showing that the agnostids had special sensory organs. Therefore, the agnostids, asserts the speaker, were unlikely free-swimming predators. And I'm giving you some big points on that. You have figured it out. Wow, I like how you got that voice marker not at the beginning. Second of all, the author states that the agnostids could be seafloor dwellers inasmuch as there are examples of other types of primitive arthropods living this way, scavenging at dead organisms or grazing on bacteria. However, the speaker contests that the seafloor dwellers can neither move fast nor travel far. Instead, they usually move slowly and live in a localized area. But the agnostids were found in multiple geographic areas spreading a wide distance across the seafloor. Therefore, it is not unusual for the agnostids to be seafloor dwellers, to maybe have been. Yeah, I'm going to say could have been here. Finally, the author explains that there is a possibility that the agnostids were parasites living and feeding off larger marine animals. One possible reason for this, explains the author. Very nice. I like that. I like that syntactic variety with your voice markers, is that there are many modern-day arthropods, such as fleas and mites, existing that way. Conversely, the speaker doubts this theory because the parasites are normally living in small, certain, and limited populations, so they will not threaten their hosts' lives. On the other hand, the agnostics, claim the speaker, are observed in the fossil evidence to live in large populations with a vast number of individuals, thereby unlikely I would say thereby unlikely being, and then you don't have a comma splice. Thereby unlikely being parasites, and then it will work right there. Yeah, I just did a check of your document using Microsoft Word, and this is somewhat akin to when the E-Rater scores your writing that ETS uses, the artificial intelligence program. And I got good news for you. Look at this. Your Flesh Kincaid grade level is 13.1. That means college level. The words per sentence are 22, and then characters per word are 5.3 on an average. So you have it looks like 5 paragraphs, 16 sentences, 3.2 sentences per paragraph. This looks very good, very good. Now the question is, I don't know, can I give you a 30 on this? I want to give you a 30, but I think when you were talking about that parasite in the past, the agnostids, you weren't 100% convinced how to do that by talking about them in the past and talking about them hypothetically in the past. I think that's what brings down your score slightly. So I'm going to put you at about 26 to 28 points. Even though you are at the 13.1 grade level, which is excellent, I'm very positive about that. I think you're making a lot of improvements there. And believe me, I just read an essay about 2 hours ago. It was 8.7 grade level. And yours is 13.1 grade level, so very good there. But still, you didn't have complete control over your verb tenses. But still, I definitely think it would be higher than 24. So I'm going to give you 26 to 28 points on this practice test.